Yo, what's going on, Geek Corner? This is your boy, Earth Smack, the mad scientist.
This your boy, Infamous. You know what? I learned that Ricochet stole those scissors from Goldmember, the buddy from the Austin Powers movie.
Dang.
I'm almost certain his bald head ass did that. It wasn't my best. Yeah, I'm just getting over.
Yes.
I'm just getting over the flu, everybody. It wasn't my best.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Listen, Infamous Ricochet stole my scissors. Staley.
Man, I can say this, everybody. One, because I haven't got the flu shot and God knows when. I'm getting it from here on out. But that flu had me down 2 weeks ago, man. Oh,
You're gonna need that. You're gonna need that flu shot, bro.
Yeah.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I did skip I think I skipped a year, and I was down bad too, man. I was down bad for like a day. And
it had me down about 2 days.
Yeah, it had me down, man. And I was like, oh no, what is going on? And but I got better, and I was like, yo, let me go get this shot real quick. Like,
yeah.
So don't let nobody tell you, listeners, that vaccines don't matter. Okay. Now, don't let nobody tell you that, because we got a half talking dude coughing up both of his lungs every time he talk. The head of our health. Nah, don't listen to that man. Don't let him get you killed. Have you died dysentery? You be going like Oregon. Like somebody had an Oregon Trail patch that said, "I listen to RFK Jr." You be out here. You catch that Oregon Trail treatment. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself.
Real quick. Ernst, does everybody know about your news?
Oh, about my engagement? Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, about to say real quick. Shout out to Ernst on the soon to be nuptials.
Yeah. We in there. We in there like swimwear, man. Gonna have a Mrs.
nuptials, baby.
Yeah, Mrs. Mad Scientist around here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Fan of the channel. She subscribes to the channel, and definitely gonna be talking about today is John Cena's 25 year in the making promo. 25 years in the making, and also we're gonna talk about BET's list of the top 15 black wrestlers in wrestling history. And some people are upset about this, including myself. And I'm gonna give you a message from one of our good friends of the channel as well. Hot. Yeah. Some people are hot, and also we have people that we are going to replace to put in place of other people. You know what I'm saying? Not taking anything away from those performers, but there's some people we feel like they should be on this list before those individuals. But definitely gonna jump into this, man. Infamous. Let's get into some John Cena promo, man. Like, how did you feel about this promo?
The promo itself was a masterpiece.
Mm-hmm.
And we gotta think about it. This man has put on some dope promos before. Remember the promo he had between him and Roman Reigns when he was like, I do this better part-time than you do it full-time? Yo, The way he did that promo, that was a masterpiece. When he was getting ready to face The Rock, and he basically got the rapping. We saw old John Cena rapping a little bit in that one. What we saw Monday night was like you said, it was a 25 year in the making type of promo.
Yeah.
It came from, you got to think about it. This man has heard, let's go Cena sucks. He's heard, you can't wrestle. I need people to remember the crowd used to yell, you can't wrestle during his matches. So and when he heard that, he said, well, let me add this stunner to my repertoire. Let me add this up off the top rope leg drop to my repertoire. So to my move set. So to me, it came off as, and it wasn't the cliche heel type of promo. This was, I've given y'all everything, and y'all are ungrateful as hell, so now it's my time. And it was and he did it with a straight face. It was like face. It came off as sort of face, but extremely heel. And he was like, "I'm not a face. I'm not a heel. I'm a human being." And I don't know about anybody else, but I felt that shit.
Listen, he was out of line. Well, he was
wrong.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, yeah. So what you were saying about if you look at John Cena's career and what he's been through, everything that you said is absolutely true. I feel like the best heel promos are the ones that come from truth. And like, it's nothing you can make up. Like, everything he said was right on the money. And
even when he said, I've been part of an invisible joke, man, when he said that, I said, yo, wherever he's getting this from, keep going.
Because he had this thing in, I feel like he had this thing in the chamber for a very long time. And like, I think because at one point it was going to make him heel like some years ago. So that was, you know, he probably had something way back when written down. And once he did what he did, you know, at the pay-per-view, he had more time to write stuff down because he didn't show up for about 2 weeks. It was all Cody cutting promos, which, you know, you can't do that for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and you don't see Cena. Like, you got to hear from Cena on what he did, how he did it. You made people wait, and you did it on Raw overseas. And I was thinking that was going to cheer for Cena. I was like, man, this is not going to go over the way I think it is. Not like it would have in the US. But nah, everybody started booing him. And he even pointed out, I said, listen, if Cena sucks, yeah, you a bunch of blood suckers, man. And like, even with the one that says John Cena, he said, nah, you wearing my stuff. You're a copycat. You know, all you do is take.
Oh.
And when he hit people like, your time is up, my time is now, I'm not changing no music because you don't deserve it. Like, I'm not changing my rain gear because you don't deserve it. Like, I'm authentic. You're not.
Man, what I liked was that the crowd, even though the crowd was a huge part of the promo, one, and real quick, and we've talked about this before. International crowds are kicking the holy dog shit out of US crowds. And what I mean by that, when theme songs would come on, I understood the words when it was singing Kingdom for Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
They were singing, Seth Rollins felt that as they were singing his song. Mm-hmm. So the crowd was a huge part because of their reaction to seeing Cena in person for the first time since Elimination Chamber.
Right.
Brussels understood the assignment. They booed the holy hell out of him.
Yeah.
They cussed at him. But did you see some of the signs? One sign that stood out: "Die, Cena, die."
Oh, they hit him with the Rocky joint. They hit him with the Rocky.
Boy, go back and look at him. There was one, I want to say, it's probably off to the left corner.
Yeah,
there was a "Die, Cena, die" sign, and I was like, I'm like, yo, he did it. When you see signs like that, that's pre 2000 right there. That's pre 21st century right there. When you're seeing a "Die, Cena, die" sign,
yeah,
he's done it, and he's only been a heel in this era, in this time frame, for a few weeks, and we have yet to hear from The Rock now that we've seen Cena. But I will say, I do want him to change his theme. I do want him to change his look for one reason only. If you're going to be The Rock's champion, The Rock has got to make you look in style. That's why I would like for him to change. But I would only like for him to change it for WrestleMania only.
True, but I think if he does that, that really will go. It really will like degrade the stuff that he was saying in the promo. Like,
it would.
you know,
It would.
you don't.
That is the kickback.
Yeah, like you don't
That is
deserve
the
the
kick.
music or the ring gear or the change of the ring gear because this is me authentic. He even point the kid out in the crowd, right? The camera even pan to the kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh snap. Okay, so they're literally leaning into this promo. But again, nothing he was saying was a lie because
not one lie spoke.
I can tell you where they booed him is when he started wrestling people of the likes of Kurt Angle and Triple H and Shawn Michaels. So to the fan base, it was cool for you to wrestle long as you don't defeat the legends that we like, that brought us to the dance, that brought us through the Attitude Era or whatever. Yeah. You're not supposed to beat them. Realistically, you can't beat Kurt Angle. Realistically, you can't beat Triple H.
You can't out-wrestle either one of those guys.
Yeah, realistically, you can't out-wrestle Shawn Michaels. So don't even try it. You can go up against them, but you shouldn't beat them. So that's where that hate started from. I literally watched where that hatred started with that John Cena sucks and let's go Cena. That's where that started. Because
remember a match between him and Triple H? Triple H said, they boo me. They boo you. They don't like you. They boo me, but they respect me.
Yeah.
There was a lot of disrespect towards Cena as he was on the path to becoming that torchbearer, to becoming the guy. And nobody liked when he beat Triple H, Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels. Nobody liked it when he beat even Batista. Nobody have like Batista like that, but they knew Batista was an imposing character, huge, and they didn't like when he beat guys like Batista. Him and Randy Orton went to war.
Yeah,
and I would like to see hopefully they bring it full circle with him and Orton, because there's a lot of history right there. Those guys what was that, FCW together. There's a lot of history right there.
Yeah, he was part of the crop that with Shelton Benjamin. Yeah, OVW. I think it was a crop with Shelton Benjamin, John Cena, Batista, Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
and I mean, that was a graduating crop right there. All world champions.
So I mean, I would like to see. Hopefully, they can bring it full circle. Yeah. If they do, cool. If they don't, cool. But yeah,
that should be his final match at the end of the year. Like him and Randy Orton should be the final match, and have Cena be a heel up until the very end of that, up to the very end, because there's so much story around Cena and Orton at the end of the year. Because Orton can tear into him. He say, "Man, I knew this shit about you for 20 plus odd years. You always been a dirtbag in real life, but yet I was the villain. I was the one that made out to be the scapegoat." He said, "Nice, you see what I'm saying? Like, he could cook this man. He like all them times that the crowd booed me for doing what I did to you because I knew the real you. Like I knew the real you, and now that they know who the real you is, I'm gonna put you down."
He could be the only one to say, "I know the real you."
Yes,
he should be the only one to say, "I know the real you," because of our OVW days, because of how many times we've been in the ring. He should be the only one to say, as many miles as we went up and down the road, I know the real you. I knew. Orton could really come out and say, "I knew this was coming.
I knew this was coming."
And that would be an amazing storyline.
And he said the only thing, you know what? I could do another promo. He said the only difference is that I was authentic the whole entire time and you wasn't. Like, I always been the Viper. I always been the legend killer. If you set me off, I will kick you in the head. I always been true to myself. But you, though, for 25 years, you've been fake. He can say all those things, right? Like, you know, he got more story. He got more skin in the game than Cody do. Because Cody just said what he said. Because if you really think about it, I think I clocked it at like 20 plus minutes of a promo that Cena cut. Mainly because the crowd, you know, was doing their thing. And then when Cody came out, he said, "Listen, I want to face the old John Cena, not this whiny little bitch in front of me." And that's all he really had to say. and then he out of there.
All he needed to say.
Yeah.
Cody's promo, he said, does it make sense to say he said little and said a whole lot at the same time?
Said a whole lot. I mean, what John Cena did on Monday afternoon, rather, because, you know, the time zone difference.
Yeah.
It's a masterclass in promos, but not everybody can cut that promo because that style of promo was 20 plus years in the making. Like, that was a culmination of a lot of things. So, like, if you was a heel for like 2 years or whatever the case may be, then turn babyface, or you've been a babyface for 2 years and cut that promo, it's not going to hit as hard as Cena's did because of how long he's been a babyface, one, and how long he's been the face of the company, two, during the PG era. It ain't going to hit. It's not going to hit the same.
He basically hit him with that. I've been y'all guy for 25 years. I do one thing to satisfy myself, and now
y'all don't like it.
Y'all turn your back on me.
Y'all don't like it.
Y'all turn your back on me. Y'all ungrateful. I mean, to be honest, maybe like a small piece of that was cliche, but the rest of that was 25 years in the making for him to put that together. And I seen a tweet today. He said John Cena's promo was so good, it made fans really think about what he was saying.
Yeah.
If you didn't think about what he was saying, then you ain't a wrestling fan. You ain't been following this dude all this time.
Yeah. And that's what it was. I mean, it made you sit back and think for a second. Like, you all should be ashamed of yourselves for acting the way you acted towards me after what I have done, what I've sacrificed, what I put my body through, the wars I've been in, and you still unappreciative.
The bicep tear, and what it was down his elbow. He wrestled for months with that.
Yeah, he put his body on the line. So like everything he said was absolutely positively true. So
not one lie to him.
Now that makes it more interesting at WrestleMania because now you got to heel Cena. Like, will heel Cena beat Cody at WrestleMania? Like, will he be the champion? And also, where does that take John? You know what I'm saying? Where does that take him? I don't think he should win per se because Cody still is the baby face of the company. Yeah, but also, who's the third man? Who's the third man for Roman?
It's got to be one.
Yeah, like I say that because a lot of people do conspiracy theories saying like when at one point Rock threw out the number 3 or whatever, and that's kind of like a precursor. They think, oh, there's a third man. Like, the third man could be Randy Orton. You know what I'm saying? It could be him.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could think about it. Randy Orton, John Cena, and The Rock together on one side. That is a very, very dangerous group of people. Like,
basically, The Rock said, if that happens, which I wouldn't be opposed to it, if The Rock goes and he gets Orton, because to be honest, Orton was a part of evolution to where being in the right company helped get him on top at one point. If he were to join The Rock, I don't see him doing it, but at the same time, I don't see him doing it. I would be extremely entertained if he does do it because I like how you put it to where only the Rock was the kryptonite that could beat Cena.
Yeah.
Only him. And I really hope that comes full circle because that would be an amazing way for Cena to ride off into the sunset, Orton to think about riding off into the sunset because I think Orton's like 41, 42 now.
Yeah, he's in the 40s, yeah.
So I mean, if whoever the third man is, because I'm like you, it's got to be one. Who it is though is beyond. Who it is though is beyond me. I mean, I can see Roman Reigns, but at the same time, Roman Reigns has already got his hands full with Rollins and Punk. So I mean, there's a third man somewhere.
We just don't know who. But one thing for sure, like, what's funny about it is that Cena never really said anything about the championship at WrestleMania. He just aired his grievances about, why he did what he did. and why you should feel bad and why I did this and why you should feel bad and not still being behind me after I did it. You know what I'm saying? So the whole belt situation was not even being talked about from him. So that makes it even more interesting because now what I got going on is more important than that. Maybe he did allude to the belt, not without actually mentioning the belt.
He didn't even say the number 17. I mean,
nope. He just said, "Your time is up, my time is now." Which that was a bar.
Yeah.
That was a bar because that whole song was "Your time is up, my time is now." It's like this whole time I was telling you, telling y'all, that's my song. I rap that song, so why I need to change it for?
He's been telling y'all since he switched from Word Life to that.
Yeah. A lot of people thought like y'all didn't like me when I first came out because people forget he was a heel. Like the Doctor of Thugonomics, he was a heel.
That Joker had some type of throwback jersey every week.
Yes.
He was a heel.
Yeah, he was definitely a heel first before he was, John Cena, the babyface, man. But either way it goes, man, I mean, even though John didn't say it, I know his mentality right now leading to WrestleMania.
I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
Leaving with something.
He leaving with something. You know what I'm saying? Your dignity. Now that belt, one way it goes, something going back in my back pocket. That's just what it is.
I think he wins at WrestleMania, and I think The Rock comes out and just be like, it's just like, here's my champion.
Yeah.
If he wants it to happen, because for it is the funny part. Cena hasn't even said anything like I'm going to be The Rock's champion or anything like that.
He didn't even
right now. It just looks like it's an opportunity that he took for a shortcut, and I like that.
Yep. So now that we got that out the way here, man, we got to talk about BET. BET put out a list of the top 15 black wrestlers list, and some people was like disagreeing with this list or the actual order of the list, or maybe people not supposed to be on the list, but just some people was disagreeing with the list. But mind you, this is BET, and I don't know BET to actually put out any list when it comes down to wrestling. So that's also one thing, right? So we got to put that in there, and that's for casuals and not a hardcore wrestling fan either.
These folks at BET are the ones that weren't around when 106 and Park and Rap City were on TV. No.
Right.
These weren't those BET. These ain't the AJ and Free and Big Ticket type of folks, right? These are the folks that may have watched it when Bow Wow was the host. But
Tyler Perry specials.
Yeah, these are the talent specials. These are the I'm hopeful. Yes, I hate. Yeah, those people.
Yeah,
those people.
So let's start with number 15. Number 15 is Jazz. At number 15, how do you feel about Jazz, man? I actually love Jazz. I want to say I met her at a convention a few years ago, but she's like one of the sweetest people, though, like for sure. But how do you feel about her being on top 15 list? Greatest black wrestlers ever.
I like her being in the top 15. Being at number 15, I'm kind of iffy about that. I like her in that company, though, because Jazz wasn't no slouch.
No.
Jazz wasn't no slouch at all. So, I mean, and also, I think she's a vampire. She looked like she ain't aging the least bit. Shout out to Jazz if she ever gets a chance to watch the show. But yeah, I like her being in the top 15. I love her being in this company of the top 15. So I'm not the number that she's at, meh, but I love her being in that 15. She deserves to be in there.
All right, and now number 14 is boy Shelton Benjamin. Do he belong on this list? Yes, the fuck he do.
Hell yeah, he belong on this list. Does he belong at number 14? No, the fuck he does not.
He does not.
Talk about a leap. Talk about somebody that need to be leapfrogged into that top 10, maybe top 5, based on talent alone.
Yeah.
This man does not deserve to be number 14. He needs to be pushed up.
Absolutely, man. This dude is a premier athlete. Let me tell you something, man. Nobody wants to wrestle this man backstage, in the locker room. If you try to challenge him, he gonna lock you up. every single time, man. Bobby even said, man, look, y'all don't want that smoke. MVP said it, y'all don't want that smoke. Like, sound like I welcome it. This is South Carolinian. This man is country strong, boy.
Orangeburg.
Backwoods.
Orangeburg. We talk about a man from little old Orangeburg, South Carolina. Got him a full ride to go wrestle at Minnesota. Brock Lesnar's roommate, by the way, people, at Minnesota. All American. Yeah. I mean, this man is a certified ass whipper.
Yes.
Certified.
Absolutely. We talking.
If you're grown enough to talk back, you're grown enough to get fucked up.
Slide.
That's what we talking about here, man. It's talking cornbread and grits.
Certified head busser right here.
That's right, man. Shelton Benjamin do belong in this list, but he do not belong at this number.
He don't belong.
We're gonna adjust this number. We're gonna adjust this number once this list is over with. But we're gonna go to number 13 with Naomi. Do you think Naomi should be on this list?
If I'm going off of athletic ability, maybe. But she has brought a lot of swag. That eye injury she had messed it up for me because it took time off. It took time off of her career. Now, she's athletic as hell.
Yeah,
I could have her in the top 15, just not in front of Shelton Benjamin. Not in front of. Definitely not in front of Shelton Benjamin, and not in front of Jazz. Jazz has done too much she's done too much for the industry and for the business to be behind Naomi.
I'm gonna just sit here and say I love Naomi. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say because we're gonna get to the end of the list, and I'm gonna let it ride. The next person is Jackie. You feel like Jackie belongs on this list?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like, she's her and Jazz. They cut from the same cloth. They both belong on this list.
Right. And I will never forget that accident that happened on a show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That is personally right here engraved in my mind. And ever so often, while you on X or Twitter, it'll randomly pop up in my algorithm, like randomly, because somebody got like a WWF attitude thing, and I know that probably was an accident throughout there. And Jerry Lawler about to turn. Jerry Lawler like,
that's all Jerry Lawler was good. In the 90s. That man was perfect for that era.
Yeah, exactly, he was.
But Jackie can wrestle her ass off, so yeah, she
absolutely. Next up is Big E.
Great top.
And he's number 11.
I don't know, man.
I don't know either. I don't know either, man. But he's number 11.
And I love Big E, dog.
Yeah, I do. I do love Big E, man. But I do have some other wrestlers I feel like they should be on this list. But we're gonna move on and we're gonna go to he does not need to be on this list. Number 10.
He does.
Devon Della.
He does it because he was a tag specialist. To be honest, people paid more attention, and nothing against Devon, but folks paid more attention to Bully Ray / Bubba Ray.
Yeah. And Devon did have a singles run when they split.
Yeah.
When they split the Dudleys
I
for SmackDown and Raw, which I feel like that was a mistake.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
It didn't do him no favors, but I don't think it should be on this list. Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, if you're gonna have somebody like him on this list, Butch Reed needs to be on this list. Butch was a much better wrestler. Butch was a tag specialist and a solo specialist. I'd take Butch Reed before I took Devon.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna go with the next one up is Bianca Belair.
I'm cool with this one.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it.
I'm cool with this one.
I ain't mad at it at all. Now going to number 8, Bobby Lashley. Absolutely.
Undervalued and underappreciated. Absolutely.
Not no more. We heard people.
Woo!
We heard people. You know what I'm saying?
And the funny part is, do you ever see his face while they're singing?
He smiles a little bit.
Look at that last PLE, bruh. Yeah. he was feeling himself when they were singing it.
Yep.
He was feeling himself.
Yeah, man. Like AEW gonna roll out the red carpet for this man. Yes, Bobby Lashley deserves to be in that list. Like, there's no question about that. Next up, my boy, Ron Simmons. Absolutely, bro. That's
absolutely.
This is without question. This is without question. I don't even know. He should be in the top 5 for sure.
Absolutely.
That for sure. That ain't no question about it, because he made our day being like the first black world champion. It's like, you cannot have a top 10 or top 15 black wrestlers and you do not have Ron Simmons on this list.
And this man was a freak of nature as a wrestler.
Yes, and I'm getting that belt. I'm getting that belt. Next up is the Junkyard Dog. Hey, now for
I'll allow it. I'm cool with it.
Hey, Junkyard Dog was
I'm cool with it.
Junkyard Dog was a menace to society.
JYD was a problem.
It was a huge problem. He was in the ring with. That's just what it was.
Yeah.
Next time is Mercedes Moné. Absolutely.
She wasn't just WWE. She's an international star. So
right, we talking WWE, AEW, Rev Pro, Stardom,
New Japan.
Yeah, New Japan. We talking 5. Ain't she carrying like 4 belts?
Right now. Ain't she got a belt? Didn't she have a belt from AAA?
I think no. She didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, she didn't. I think she did at one point, but I think she dropped that one.
And she's one of those book me and I'll come wrestle. Matter of fact, she and Indy Hartwell just wrestled recently.
Which was interesting because there is a wrestling YouTuber go by the name of JD from NY. And so JD from NY is known to, he's from New York. He's known to talk about, to critique wrestling shows like AEW and WWE, right? And he does say it, he disguises it as like fair criticism, right? But I understand you saying it is how you say it. So especially when it comes to AEW, because he really don't like the AEW product right now. He's heavily critiques it. And some people view it as AEW hatred, and I feel like sometimes it is too, and it falls on certain people's ears, and then he try to defend himself, say, hey, I do like AEW, I don't want to go out of business, but it's the way he speaks. So when Mercedes especially when we talk about Mercedes, it's like, she wasn't drawing nothing, like they wasting her in AEW, stuff like that. I'm paraphrasing. But when she went to Hog, like wrestling to wrestle Indy Hartwell, he's one of the commentators on House of Glory, right? Nah, she asked for him to get removed for her match. You ain't calling my match. Yeah.
And see, and I can see why he's like, she's not drawing anybody, because I think she just recently got divorced or broke with her fella, whatever.
Yeah.
Didn't know, but he was the one that did her gear.
Yeah. He was he was like the seamstress for her and stuff like that. I mean, for talent in WWE, because he's still doing that. Yeah, in WWE. And I kind of, not to get in their business, because I don't really know what happened. I think they just had a mutual thing, right? But JD has been heavily critical of AEW. He's been
very critical. I've heard. I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, and some stuff he was saying about Mercedes, especially early on. Mercedes, listen, like an elephant. I ain't gonna forget. So when you ain't calling my match, and you'd have been talking this shit about the company that I work at, and also about me. So
she has the right. She has the right to feel that way.
Right, and so
she has the right to feel that way. Let's be honest.
She basically was like, "Yo, you ain't calling my match," and people on it. And people on Twitter was like roasting his ass. Like,
he probably deserve it.
Right. But here's the thing though. He posted like a gif of like a Charmin bear. And people knew what that meant, right? And so Joey Janela jumped on his ass, right? Then Ricochet jumped on his ass. And then like just wrestling Twitter jumped on his ass.
I love
Joey Janela, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, don't be out here talking trash and don't expect no repercussions or,
Yeah. I love Joey Janela. Gives no fucks.
Nah, yeah, you play stupid games. And I want to say him and Megan him and Megan Bain are together. If I'm not
They
mistaken.
are. I don't know how he pulled her, but yeah, they're together.
Joey got the riz, man. Joey got the sauce. Joey got the sauce, man. But hey, next up is Mark Henry, man.
Yes. Yes.
You're gonna get the ass kicked.
Look at Hall of Pain, Mark Henry.
Yes. Belong here. Absolutely belong here. There's no question about that. Absolutely.
Hall of Pain. Look here. Hall of Pain, Mark Henry was a sight to behold. Nobody safe when they got in the ring with him.
That infamous promo with John Cena.
Oh, when he said I talked about he was retiring.
That was legendary, man. That is the claim to fame right there.
To me, that promo solidified his Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I think that promo solidified him as a heel. I think that solidified him as a main eventer. That solidified mic work. Because he put everything in there. He was smiling, and then he just turned and tried. I thought he was about to end John Cena the way he was going off.
He had everybody fooled, man.
He
had everybody fooled.
And I've had the opportunity to meet Mark Henry. One, I'm gonna say this right now. Probably one of the nicest human beings you're going to meet.
Yeah.
But when he was in that ring at this phase, again, Hall of Pain, Mark Henry.
Yep.
Oh my God. If I could go back in time and watch some of those SmackDown promos, because this man ran SmackDown.
Yes, he did.
There need to be a lot of respect put on Mark Henry's name. This brother ran SmackDown and carried SmackDown for a good little minute, and he carried the big gold belt. That makes it even more special.
Man, it's what Mark Henry did. It was he brought to the table. Brought to the table, man. World's strongest man. He was that. He is that. Ain't no was. He still is that.
That guy.
He's that guy.
Guy.
You got his son, taking over the legacy, because I want to say he did sign like some kind of deal with WWE. I don't know. He's like completely signed. Maybe it's like a
futures contract or something.
Something like that. Yeah. But he is in conjunction with the WWE. So the next person up is Kofi Kingston. Do you think he should be on this list?
I think so. Probably just not as high.
Right.
But on the list. Because if you're gonna have Big E on here, you gotta have Kofi, who Kofi's career has been better. He's still going.
Well, yeah.
I would just say
I got a few things to say, but I'm gonna wait.
I would just say push him back. But definitely on the list. Definitely on the list is pushing back.
Okay. Push back on the list. The next person up is number 2 is The Rock, the most electrifying man in sports entertainment.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You can't have the. Come on, man. Like, what we doing here? What we doing?
Absolutely.
What are we doing? What are we doing? So yeah, that it don't need to be said. And then the number 1 is King Booker.
You know what? I'm cool with him being at number 1. And here's why.
Okay.
That King Booker storyline.
Yeah.
Did you hear what he said on how that even came about?
Nah.
So he and Sharmell had just got married.
Yeah.
Booker's like, yo, I'm gonna go talk to Vince. I'm about to hang it up.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to Vince and say, yo, sorry to come in on you like this, but thinking about going ahead and hang it up. I just got married.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be there for my wife. I don't want to, just got married and be on the road. Here go Vince. I'll hire Sharmell.
Yeah.
On the spot. Says, I'll hire Sharmell. Here go Booker T was like, well, that will make it easier. And Vince was like, bet, I'll hire Sharmell. I already got something for you.
Okay.
King Booker was born shortly after.
Well, that makes sense.
He kept this man by hiring his wife, and then I don't care what nobody says. That King Booker gimmick, man, that shit was gold.
That was gold.
Because he went from royalty to hood.
Like a drop of a hat. As a drop of a hat.
And that shit was so funny, man. So that's why I was like,
hilarious. So hilarious.
And plus he'd stand there, lift his little pinky up or whatever. And I think we saw some of his best wrestling. And look at what belt he's got. Do you know how much I miss
big old belt? Man? He got the big gold belt. Like King Booker was something now. King Booker was something.
The realest jokers carried that belt, man.
Yeah, absolutely. That big gold belt was something, man. Now, for me, here's who I would replace, because there's some people that BET is conveniently forgetting. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I know it's the casual watcher or the casual viewer that is actually looking at it or created this list, because you know they put a legend in there because everybody knows the Junkyard Dog. Everybody knows who JYD is. Mm-hmm. You know, it is what it is. So for me, I feel like the next person, we're talking about my boy Too Cold Scorpio. See, this is how I know right here. And for me, Too Cold Scorpio belongs. He replaces Kofi Kingston for me.
I think he walked so Kofi could run.
Yeah. Too Cold Scorpio is the man. And I don't know, like for the people that don't know Too Cold Scorpio, this man is the man. Too Cold Scorpio wrestled in ECW, he wrestled in WCW, he wrestled in WWE as Flash Funk. But still yet, man, it was an aerial assassin before Will Ospreay was an aerial assassin. And to see a black man high flying like this, that's Too Cold Scorpio.
And at his age, he can still do it. At his age, he can still fly.
Yes.
I'm gonna just put that out there.
I put Too Cold Scorpio at number 3, person. Next person I feel like that should be on the list, Awesome Kong.
Oh man, I forgot about her.
Yeah. And for me, I say Awesome Kong belongs. I say she replaces Jazz. No, she replaces Naomi for me. So
Question is Jay Lethal anywhere?
Oh, it's funny you should say that, man. It's funny you should say that because our boy Jay Lethal is right there. You know what I'm saying?
I do not know who he was gonna say next, because to me, Jay Lethal replaces Big E.
Jay Lethal, for me, Jay Lethal, yeah. You say you replace Big E?
I replace Big E with Jay Lethal because Jay's that guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Jay Lethal's that guy.
Yeah, absolutely. I say Jay Lethal, and Athena is out here too. Because, like, listen, hold up, man. Like, put some respect on Athena's name, man. People out here, they don't know. They just don't know, man. So, for her, I would say she does replace Jazz. She does replace Jazz because Athena is something. Athena is something special, and that's just what it is. And for honestly and truly, I don't have his picture up, and I need to get his picture up. Swerve Strickland need to be on this list. But my boy Swerve need to be on this list, and I think he replaces Devon Dudley.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. So right now I say Booker. Okay, so right now as it can, because we still got to switch some stuff up. You know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like Booker T should be number 1 on the list?
If he's not number one, I would still have him in top 3.
I trust it.
I can still have him in top 3. If everybody wants to be technical about it, you can throw the Rock at number 1.
Rock at number 1?
I'd have Booker T at number 2.
Okay. So Rock at number 1, Booker T at number 2.
I'd have Booker T at number 2, and the main reason Booker T became champ in WCW and WWE, and based on what this man came from, a lot of people forget Booker did a whole bid before he became a wrestler. Booker did a whole prison sentence before he jumped in the square circle.
You know what? I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna keep Booker T at number 1 based on what I know about Booker T's accomplishments. You know, multi-time tag team champion, television champion, his best of 7 series with Chris Benoit. And like you see what I'm saying? Like then you go over to WWE where you had to start over, like start over technically from the ground up and end up becoming the world heavyweight champion, one of the longest reigning world heavyweight champions in the King Booker gimmick. Several memorable moments, and obviously where he came from, and also been a world heavyweight champion in WCW as well before he even came to WWE. So the fact that he got it out the mud,
literally
got it out the mud, I like
literally.
I'm gonna put Booker T over The Rock just for that very reason. So, but you say you're gonna put The Rock at number 1, right?
Yeah, if I'm going with full on star power,
Right.
Rock goes number 1.
Rock goes number 1.
If I'm gonna go at star power and accomplishments, like you said, Booker got it out the mud, bro.
Booker got it out the mud.
He got it out the mud. So
it out the mud.
Booker goes number 2 because he did have a very good match with The Rock back in the day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd have Booker. No, Booker. Even if somebody doesn't like me number 2, he's going to my top 3. He's farther than number 3.
No farther than number 3.
I wouldn't do it to Booker. I'm putting him at number 2. If somebody wants to, be super WWE Homer based on everything The Rock has done, he could go number 1, but I still got Booker T at number 2.
I mean, to keep it a bean now, you can't go wrong either way.
You can't.
You know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong either way. So if you feel salty about, my man being number 2, The Rock being number 2, I get it. You can have it there. Now, Too Cold Scorpio being number 3. You cool with him being at number 3?
I am because it was amazing to see a black man flipping like that, because I remember my very first time seeing him.
Yeah.
Clash of the Champions, and he does that flip. I forgot who he went up against, but he does that flip.
Yeah. That hang time, man. That's hang time.
My brother lost it.
And I will say I put Too Cold Scorpio at number 4, and I put Ron Simmons at number 3.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I put Ron Simmons at number 3.
I'm cool with it.
Now, Mark Henry number 4, even though he's there, I put Mark Henry at number 5. So, like, Mark Henry be number 5, right? So then, now that puts where Mercedes is going. Ooh, okay. So you got Mercedes, Awesome Kong. I feel like Mercedes has definitely proven herself.
Mm-hmm.
She main evented, so I'll have to say Mercedes is number 6.
Let's go Awesome Kong 7.
Awesome Kong number 7. Okay, Awesome Kong number 7. So now that leaves okay. Now, so Bobby Lashley cool at number 8.
Can we put Shelton Benjamin at number 8, Bobby Lashley at 9?
Okay. All right, I see it. Shelton Benjamin, number 8.
Because I can't let Shelton Benjamin be outside of 10.
but yeah,
I can't do it. I can't
Bobby
let
Lashley
Shelton
number
Benjamin
9.
I can't let him be on the outside looking into that top 10.
Okay, so Junkyard Dog and Bianca Belair are still hanging out there. So Strickland is hanging out there. Jacqueline is hanging out there.
Let's go with Jackie. And I'm giving Jackie her due respect because women like Jackie are the reason we can look at women like Bianca Belair.
So Jackie's on the Lashley.
Yeah,
Jackie's on the Lashley.
And we respectfully looked at Jackie because she was that damn good of a wrestler.
Yes, sir. That's right. So Jackie. Okay, Jackie is there. So wait a minute. So how about put Jackie at? How about swap? How about put Jackie above Shelton Benjamin, put Awesome Kong under Bobby Lashley?
That'll work.
Word. Okay. So we got Jackie and Awesome Kong under Bobby. Yeah. All right. So now we got Bianca Belair, Jay Lethal.
Go on and put both of them.
Athena out there. So you said Bianca Belair on there?
Mm-hmm. Jay Lethal.
Okay. On the Awesome Kong or Bianca?
Behind Awesome Kong.
Oh,
Yeah, put him with Awesome Kong.
Okay, Bianca on the Awesome Kong.
Yeah.
Okay. Bianca Belair. All right. So we got Jay Lethal, Athena, Junkyard Dog. I still say Jay Lethal.
Either Jay Lethal or JYD, either one.
Yeah, I say Jay Lethal and JYD and then Athena.
Yeah.
Okay, so the list at number 1 is Booker T, number 2 is The Rock, number 3 is Ron Simmons, number 4 is Too Cold Scorpio, number 5 is Mark Henry, number 6 is Mercedes Moné, number 7 is Awesome Kong. Well, no, number 7 is Jackie. Number 8 is Shelton Benjamin. Number 9 is Bobby Lashley. Number 10 is Awesome Kong. Number 11 is Bianca Belair. Number 12 is Jay Lethal. Number 13 is JYD. Number 14 is Athena. So number 15 would be Swerve.
Yeah.
So, I feel good about this list.
I feel real good about it.
Yeah. You know, for those people that, you know, don't know who Swerve is, you know what I'm saying? You know,
the most dangerous man in AEW.
The most dangerous man in AEW right here. You know what I'm saying? The future world champion, the future 2-time world champion. If AEW does it right. You know what I'm saying? So, again, back on the list, we got Booker T as number 1. The Rock, number 2. Number 3 is Ron Simmons. Number 4 is Too Cold Scorpio. Number 5 is Mark Henry. Number 6 is Mercedes Moné. Number 7 is Jackie. Number 8, Shelton Benjamin. Number 9, Bobby Lashley. 10, Awesome Kong. 11, Bianca Belair. 12, Jay Lethal. 13, JYD. 14, Athena. 15, Swerve Strickland. I'm so happy I'm so happy we got Too Cold Scorpio in that top 5, man, because y'all better gotta talk to him, man. They gotta talk to him.
Hey, listen,
gotta look at them old tapes.
I'm good.
They gotta look at some old tapes.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, man, like we do have a Discord channel, ladies and gentlemen, man. I feel like we could have a wrestling watching session at some point, like watch some old like wrestling, wrestling matches if we can find them. Maybe some Too Cold Scorpio matches. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I don't think people fully understand how good Too Cold Scorpio was, man. And that man had rhythm. That man was dancing his ass off.
Yeah,
dancing his ass off, man.
Like he could wrestle his ass off too, bro.
Yes, he could.
You caught hell trying to beat him.
Yes, you did. I mean, it was so many matches that he had, man. It was Chris Benoit and Too Cold Scorpio at Super Brawl 3, February 21st, 1993. There's Too Cold Scorpio turning mid-air with the big splash, man. That was like a 10-second match, and he talks about Sting, Chris Benoit. Actually, there's a story that he beat up Road Warrior Hawk.
I heard about that.
Yeah. I heard about that. So, there's a Too Cold Scorpio match, him versus Sabu in ECW 94. You a buzzsaw, man.
I heard about him whooping Hawk's ass, though.
Yeah. That's some good stuff, man. Dean Malenko versus Too Cold Scorpio. Did you know that was out here? Yeah, we definitely gonna be on. If you on the Discord, go ahead and join our Discord. The link is in the description below. Go ahead and check that out. Do not forget to hit that. Oh, go ahead.
And real quick, my honorable mention for our list.
Yeah.
New Jack.
Oh, New Jack. That crazy mother. Woo, boy, New Jack was something else. And he's gonna be in WWE 2K25. Yeah, he's gonna be there too because apparently one of the producers was a big fan of New Jack. So New Jack was not to be messed with. You know what I'm saying?
Guy.
He was not to be messed with, like at all. At all. Guy. That is an honorable mention for your. That's an honorable. Yes, New Jack. New Jack, man. Did you know there's a 2 Cold Scorpio versus Samoa Joe from 2007?
No.
Yeah, like International Wrestling Cartel. That was the name of it. 20-minute match. There's a tag team match with Marcus Bagwell, 2 Cold Scorpio versus Pat Rose and JD Wolf. Boy, I'm telling you, we got some matches. We got some matches. We might have something. We might have some stuff to watch, man. Might have some stuff to watch. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Man, you got anything else for the listeners out there?
Man, just glad to be back, man. Glad to be somewhat healthy again because of that daggone flu. But congratulations to my man E on the engagement. Everybody, it is wrestling time. It is time for us to go watch some Dynamite.
That's right.
Boom. To see somebody get their ass
whipped out here, man. It's gonna be some diabolical work out here, man. Let's see here. And then we actually next week, if anybody answer our Discord as far as their top 10 black wrestlers, they can actually give it to us, and we will actually go through it. But that is our show for tonight. So until next time, y'all. Peace.
Peace.